Hello children, Jai Hind to all. Welcome you all to another section of our chemistry class. I hope you all have studied previous chapters and many students have submitted their notes through WhatsApp. We are very happy with that. Those who have not submitted till now, please do it as early as possible. Today we are going to start another chapter in chemistry, chapter 4, materials, metals and non-metals. The topics to be covered in this chapter are Introduction, Physical and Chemical Properties of Metals and Non-Metals and their uses. You know what are metals and non-metals? When you look around your house, you can see various articles made up of various things. Certain things are made up of metals. Certain other things are made up of non-metals. What are the things which are made of metals? Can you imagine an iron nail, the tawa you are using in the kitchen? All these are made of metals. The iron box you are using, these are made up of metals. Not only this, the wiring, we are using copper for wiring purposes. That is also a metal. We are using aluminium as vessels. That is also metal. So, when you go around your home and see various things in your home, you can see that many things are made up of metals, whereas many other things are made up of non-metals. What are the examples for non-metals? Wood is an example, plastic is an example, coal, etc. are examples of non-metals. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. The first physical property of metals is metals are malleable. What do you mean by malleable? Malleability means metals can be beaten into thin sheets. Metals can be beaten into thin sheets. This property is called malleability. We have various applications of this. You might have seen chocolates covered with silver foils or aluminium foils. And when you buy some packed food items, it will be now covered in aluminium foils. These aluminium or silver foils are actually metals which are beaten into thin sheets. Can you imagine that? So, it is one of the peculiar property of metals that it can be beaten into thin sheets. Non-metals cannot be beaten into thin sheets. It will either break up. So, it cannot be beaten into thin sheet. That is the first difference between metals and non-metals. Metals are malleable whereas non-metals are non-malleable.
Malleability. Metals can be beaten into thin sheets. This property is called malleability.
The property of metals is metals are ductile. What do you mean by ductile? Metals can be drawn into thin wires. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. We are all using gold, silver ornaments. All these ornaments are actually gold. Is made of a metal called gold. Gold, silver, copper, all these are metals. So you know gold can be drawn into very thin wires. Similarly, we are using copper wires for wiring purposes. This copper is a metal which is drawn into very thin wire. Silver can also be drawn into thin wires. Like this, metals can be drawn into thin wires. That property is called ductility. So, metals can be drawn into thin wires and that property is called ductility.
Ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. That property is called ductility.
Why we are using gold and silver for making ornaments? Because they have a shining appearance. So that is the peculiar property of metals. Metals have very shining appearance. Especially gold, silver, etc. They have shining appearance. Even we take a fresh piece of iron or a freshly cut piece of iron, we can see that the surface of that iron piece will be shining. Isn't it? So, a fresh piece of metal will always have a shining appearance and that property is called lustrous. So, metals are lustrous in nature, they have a shining appearance. Whereas non-metals do not have a shining appearance. You can see a piece of wood. It will not be having shining appearance. So, non-metals are non-lustrous whereas metals are lustrous.
Metals have shining appearance. This property is called lustrous.
Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. That is why we are using copper wires for wiring purposes, as they are good conductors of electricity. Silver, gold and other metals are also good conductors of heat and electricity. Whereas non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Another property of metals is they are sonorous. Sonorous means when beaten on their surface, they produce a ringing sound. That is why metals are used as school bells, etc. Metals produce a ringing sound when beaten hard on their surface. Whereas non-metals do not produce this sound, they are not sonorous. So metals are sonorous, non-metals are non-sonorous. Generally, the nature of metal is very hard. You know that a piece of iron is very hard. We cannot bend it, isn't it? So metals are generally very hard by nature, but there are some exceptions, especially sodium and potassium. These two metals are very soft. They can be cut even with a knife. Another exception is that mercury. Mercury is a only liquid metal. All other metals are solid in nature, whereas mercury is a metal which is found in liquid state.
Metals are found in solid state. They have high melting and boiling points. Even though metals are very hard, sodium, potassium, magnesium are very soft metals and mercury is a liquid metal.
Now let's discuss about the chemical properties of metals. In class 7, you have learned that metals react with oxygen to form metal oxide. That is a chemical change, isn't it? Why it is called a chemical change? Because the product formed cannot be reversed. A new product will be formed in such reactions. So, metals react with oxygen to produce metal oxide. For example, magnesium. The burning of magnesium is an experiment which you have done in your 7th standard. Magnesium ribbon, when burnt, burning means what? Reaction with the oxygen. That means as a result of burning, the metal will be converted to metal oxide. So, all metals, when it combines with oxygen, it forms metal oxide. So, these metal oxides are a new product and which cannot be reversed back. So, this is a chemical change or chemical property of metals.
Rusting of iron is an example for reaction of metals with oxygen. In rusting, iron combines with atmospheric air and moisture to form hydrated ferric oxide. Hydrated ferric oxide is called rust. Similar to iron, copper also reacts with atmospheric air and moisture to produce basic copper carbonate. This process is called corrosion of copper.
Do you know the nature of metal oxides? Metal oxides are basic in nature. How can we prove that? Metal oxides will change red litmus to blue. So metal oxides are basic in nature. That means metals combine with oxygen to produce metal oxides, and these metal oxides are basic in nature.
Let's recollect what we have learned today. Metals differ widely in their properties, but all of them have common characteristics called physical properties. Some of the physical properties are metallic luster, conductivity, etc. Metals are generally solids. All metals except mercury are solids. Mercury exists in liquid form. Most of the metals are generally hard, but there are some metals which are soft. Sodium, potassium and magnesium are examples for such metals. Metals possess metallic luster. Pure metals have a shining property. This property is called metallic luster. Because of this property, metals are used for making jewelry. Silver coating is used in mirrors due to the light reflecting property of silver. Metals are malleable, that is, they can be hammered into thin sheets without breaking. Metals are ductile. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This is called ductility. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Metals like copper, aluminium, etc. are good conductors of heat and electricity. Hence, they are used to make wires, cooking pans, etc. Metals are sonorous. They produce sound when struck. Metals have high melting and boiling point. Iron melts at 1535 degrees Celsius. Melting point of copper is 1083 degrees Celsius. That is very high. Metals have high density. Density varies from metal to metal. Metals like gold, silver, iron, etc. have high density. Metals like sodium, potassium, etc. have low density. Lithium is the lightest metal with very small density.
I hope you all have understood today's section. Read the textbook and do all the questions. Thank you.